It's 150 years since one of the worst tragedies for the Royal National Lifeboat Institution. On this day in 1861, 12 lifeboatmen drowned as they tried to rescue crews from ships caught in a terrible storm in the North Sea.
The descendants of those lifeboatmen have joined today's RNLI volunteers to remember those killed in the disaster, which devastated families in Whitby, as Rachel Bullock reports.
We have had a fearful storm today. Our new lifeboat was manned with the finest picked seamen in Whitby. 5 times they braved the furious sea, the men all exhausted. But before they had gone 50 yards, a wave capsized the boat. One by one, 12 of the 13 sank. Only one is saved.
The distraught account of one of Whitby's worst sea disasters. On February the 9th, 1861, a ferocious storm swept into the North Yorkshire coast. 200 ships were wrecked. Whitby's private lifeboat, then just a rowing boat, went to rescue the stricken. But on its 6th mission, it was overturned. Wives, mothers and sons looked on helplessly as the lifeboat men slipped beneath the waves. Just one of the 13 survived.
That man was Henry Freeman. It was believed then, as it's believed now, that his life was only saved because he was wearing the new design of life jacket, which was made out of cork, and it helped him stay above storm-hit waters. The tragedy led to Whitby opening its first ever RNLI station in the town, and Mr. Freeman became its first ever coxswain.
And so began Whitby's long history with the lifeboat charity, a history which the descendants of those killed in the disaster are so proud of. Today they joined with the volunteers to lay a wreath where 12 brave men lost their lives while saving others. Amongst them, Peter Ledley and his young grandson Bailey.
It's a lot of years since it happened, but it's your heritage, isn't it? It's something you want to remember. It'll be a day for him to remember and something they have to be proud of.
Today is just to lay the wreaths and celebrate the lives of those lifeboatmen. We've still got the family names, the crew that actually drowned, and those families are still predominantly fishing families. So it's carried on, it's pretty important.
Today recalled the desperate horror of the tragedy.
People were wading into the sea. One chap actually used an axe to try and chop into the bottom of the upturned lifeboat because there was 2 guys underneath, and he severely injured his hand with this axe.
A day to remember, but also to honour the volunteers who risk all for those in peril on the sea. Rachel Bullock, Whitby.
It's a stark reminder, isn't it, of the dangers of being a volunteer with the RNLI.
Certainly is.